Alright, Shalom, this is the brother Tazaryah from GMS South Carolina camp. First and foremost, give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemel Shai. Double honors to those great millstone telling me the truth. Shalom to the Akim out there pushing the truth and sincerity. Alright, now, I'm into watching this debate of Polight versus General Tazaryah of ISUPK, and this clown, that's like 20 minutes into the video, this clown proceeds with slander, alright, claiming, which he does have no proof for this, but bringing up charges in front of the congregation or the people there that that the elders are a bunch of pedophiles and basically saying we false prophets, basically, from the elders and the brothers associated with them. So because he said that how can they be, men of the Lord, if they prophesied America gonna be destroyed and it's still here, not thinking that the Lord, he's still gonna destroy this place. They don't see it like that. So this is him slandering, which I don't even understand why he will associate us with ISUPK when we don't even see agreement with ISUPK. They teach things that's going off. Alright? So let's get what the law says. Alright, of the Holy Bible. Okay? Which is perfect. Alright? The laws on being a witness. Okay? Alright? Because slander, alright, you being a false witness can lead to your destruction. And the Bible teaches about being a righteous witness and a false witness. And what can happen to someone if they be a false witness, alright, if they bring up charges against someone that is sins unto death, what will happen to them. So let's just touch on this real quick, alright, and then Lord's will, I'll touch on other things, but let's touch on this thing about witnessing, being bringing up charges against someone, how you supposed to go about it. It's a lot. Alright, Deuteronomy 17, verse, it's a lot. Yeah, Deuteronomy 17, verse 6, it says, "At the mouth of 2 witnesses or 3 witnesses shall he that is worthy of death be put to death. But at the mouth of 1 witness he shall not be put to death." Okay? Meaning what? You can't just have one person bring up charges against someone. Okay? You have to have multiple witnesses. Deuteronomy 19 and 15, it says, "One witness shall not rise up against a man for any iniquity or for any sin, and any sin that he sinneth." Now what is sin? Let's get that real quick. 1 John 3 and 4. It says, "Whosoever committeth sin transgress also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law." And we know from reading the scriptures that the law was given to the children of Israel. Okay, get that in Psalms. Alright, Psalm 78. Psalm 78 and 5, it says, "He established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children, that the generation to come might know them, even the children which shall be born, who shall arise and declare them to their children, that they might set their hope in the Most High, Yahweh, and not forget the works of the Most High, but keep his commandments." That's right. So the law was given to the Israelites, and sin is transgression of the law. Alright, so let's go back. Deuteronomy 19:15. One witness shall not rise up against a man for any iniquity, or for any sin, in any sin that he sinneth. That's right. So one person can't just come up and start getting on, bring accusations and stuff against someone. You gotta have witnesses. You have to have proof. Okay. Otherwise, it's considered slander. Okay. All right. Verse. Keep reading. It says, "At the mouth of two witnesses, or at the mouth of three witnesses, shall the matter be established." Okay. So you gotta have more than one witness when you establish something. Okay. All right. Alright, Deuteronomy 25:1. If there be a controversy between men, and they come unto judgment, that the judges may judge them, then they shall justify the righteous, and shall condemn the wicked. That's right. So if there's any controversy, alright, between men and it comes under judgment, then the judges have to deal with it. Okay, which shall be established at the gates. Alright. Alright, Deuteronomy 16:18. It says, "Judges and officers shalt thou make thee in all thy gates, which the Lord thy power giveth thee throughout thy tribes, and they shall judge the people with just judgment. Thou shalt not wrench judgment. Thou shalt not respect persons, neither take a gift, for a gift doeth blind up the eyes of the wise, and pervert the words of the righteous." Okay. That's right. So you have to, if they had a matter, they will go to the judges. The judges will be at the gates. Okay. And they will hear out the cause of the judgment. Alright, now it said if you pervert judgment, alright, you will bring a curse upon yourself. Alright. Okay. Deuteronomy 27:18. "Cursed be he that maketh the blind to wander out of the way." Alright, and all the people shall say amen. "Cursed be he that perverteth the judgment of the stranger, fatherless, and widow," and all the people shall say amen. That's right. Alright, Deuteronomy 27:25. "Cursed be he that taketh reward to slay an innocent person," and all the people shall say amen. That's right. Okay, now these things that he's bringing up, alright, which he don't have any proof, and he seems to be the only one that's saying this without having facts, is considered slander. Okay, and what the charges he's bringing up is sentence unto death. Okay, so if you niggas was emotional, like that's what he's playing off of, and you was to proceed to judge, not inquiring in the matter, then you could have killed an innocent person. Alright. So it'll be a curse upon someone if they pervert the judgment, right? And it's going to be a curse upon the person that come with false witness. Okay? Alright? Deuteronomy 17:8. It says, "If there arise a matter too hard for thee in judgment, between blood and blood, between plea and plea, between stroke and stroke, between matter of controversy within thy gates, then shalt thou arise and get thee up into the place which the Lord thy power shall choose, and thou shalt come unto the priests, the Levites, and unto the judge that shall be in those days, and inquire, and they shall show thee the sentence of judgment, and thou shalt do according to the sentence which they of that place which the Lord shall choose shall show thee, and thou shalt observe to do according to all that they inform thee." That's right. Okay. So when it was a controversy and a man was bringing up charges against someone, and the charges was something that was difficult, that the priests and the judges, okay, who was the leader at that time, had to acquire and find out what he was talking about so that they can make a righteous judgment. Okay. Alright. This is Deuteronomy 17:4. It says, "And it shall be told thee, and thou hast heard of it, inquire diligently." Alright? That's right. So when somebody make a claim or a statement, you gotta inquire diligently. You can't just take it face value. You gotta go in and you have to examine every bit of this, man, to find out the truth. Okay? "And behold, it be true, and the thing certain, that such abomination is wrought in Israel." Okay? That's right. So the point of that verse was just about inquiring. Okay? You gotta inquire diligently. Alright? And they give you the sentence. Alright? Deuteronomy 17:11. "According to the sentence of the law which they shall teach thee, and according to the judgment which they shall tell thee, thou shalt do. Thou shalt not decline from the sentence which they shall show thee, to the right hand nor to the left. And the man that will do presumptuously, and will not hearken unto the priest that standeth to minister there before the Lord thy power, or unto the judge, even that man shall die. And thou shalt put away the evil from Israel, and all people shall hear and fear, and do no more presumptuously." And that's the time we're coming in. Alright? Because you guys are operating with presumption. You ain't dealing with what the Bible says. You're going off of emotions. Alright? Okay. Polight. Trying to defend your homosexual leader who's behind bars being a damn child molester. Alright? No, it's not 30. Okay, 15:30, yeah. Numbers chapter 15, verse 30, it says, "But the soul that doeth aught presumptuously, whether he be born in a land or a stranger, the same reproacheth the Lord, and that soul shall be cut off from among his people, because he have despised the word of the Lord, and have broken his commandment. That soul shall utterly be cut off, his iniquity shall be upon him." That's right. That's what's going to happen with this nigga Polight, no light. Okay? Alright. Let's get Exodus. I'm almost done. Exodus 23:1. It says, "Thou shalt not rise a false report." And the precept says receive. So you ain't supposed to raise up a false report nor receive a false report. Okay? "Put not thy hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness." Alright? So what the law teaches you, it teaches you to not be it's telling you, one, don't raise up a false report nor receive one. Alright? And don't put your hand or agree with those that's the wicked to do unrighteous judgment, because we already established that anyone that's in a position to make judgment calls, alright, they do presumptuously outside of what the Bible says, and they proceed to do wrong judgment. Number one, they're going to be cursed, and number two, they're going to get put to death. Okay? Alright? Because the judges, they judge for the Lord, not of men. Okay? Alright? Get that real quick. Deuteronomy 1. Deuteronomy 1:15. It says, "So I took the chief of your tribe, wise men and known, and made them heads over you, captains over thousands, captains over hundreds, and captains over fifties, and captains over tens, and officers among your tribes. And I charged your judges at that time, saying, Hear the cause between your brethren, and judge righteously between every man and his brother and the stranger that is with him. Ye shall not respect person in judgment, but ye shall hear the small as well as the great. Ye shall not be afraid of the face of man, for the judgment is the Most High's, and the cause that is too hard for thee, bring it unto me, and I will hear it." So that's what we read before. If the judges wasn't able to deal with the controversy that was brought to them, alright, by a witness, okay, if it was too hard for them to make the judgment call, they was to go up to the hierarchy, basically the priest and the judge at the top, and they were set up to make the judgment call. But if you perverted the judgment or you went against the judgment, then that person will get put to death, all right, for acting presumptuously. Okay, so back to Exodus 23:1. It says, "Thou shalt not raise or receive a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness." That's right. "Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrench judgment." That's right. It says, "Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil." And that's what this guy is doing with this black movement and all these clowns that's with him. All right, these simps. Okay. All right. These babblers. All they do is talk shit. Okay, but he done gathered up the multitude to follow him because they know Jake is a bunch of damn bandwaggers. Okay, and niggas like to be entertained, and niggas like to be what's the word? They like to be in the midst of something. Okay, but the Bible tells you, "Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil." All right, and what this dude is speaking is evil, man. He's bringing up false allegations, and this is just the tip of it. Okay. All right, because our brothers already covered certain parts of this debate where this nigga done went straight to the left field. So he's destined for death, man. Okay, this Polight, no light. All right, and all these clowns that side with him. So this is the warning. Okay, the Lord said, "Put not thy hand." All right, "Put not thy hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness," which Polight is an unrighteous witness. "Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrench judgment." Okay, and that's what he's doing. All right, Exodus 23:8. Well, Exodus 23 and 6. "Thou shalt not wrench the judgment of thy poor and his cause." Okay, "Keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and righteous slay thou not. For I will not justify the wicked, and thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise and perverteth the words of the righteous." Okay, that's right. That's right. So this guy, man, you gotta be cautious of a guy like that, and don't just flock to a guy because he's talking shit, like many of you niggas is already out there doing. Okay, so here's the judgment on false witnesses, and then we'll end it on that. Deuteronomy 19:16 says, "If a false witness rise up against any man to testify against him that which is wrong," okay, "then both the men between whom the controversy is shall stand before the Lord, before the priest, and before the judge, which shall be in those days." All right, "And the judges shall make diligent inquisition." Okay, and they're inquiring, okay, or investigating the claim. Okay, now we got facts, okay, from the elders down. We got facts, knowing without a doubt. Okay, we can bring up evidence that Malachi York was a child molester, man. That he got sentenced to go to jail, alright, and serving time for admitting to it out of his own mouth. So he's talking about we slandering his teacher, Malachi York. Alright, but then in the next breath he's calling us a bunch of child molesters and pedophiles. Okay, he doesn't have any proof on that, and that's false. He's being a false witness. Okay, so let's read the judgment. Okay, alright, verse 18. It says, "The judge shall make diligent inquisition, and behold, if the witness be a false witness, and have testified falsely against his brother," which is what he's doing, "then shall ye do unto him as he had thought to have done unto his brother. So shalt thou put the evil away from among you, and those which remain shall hear and fear, and shall henceforth commit no more any such evil among you." That's right. Okay. Alright, it says, "And thine eyes shall not pity." So there ain't gonna be no pity in the time of judgment for a clown like Polight, no light, for he have marked himself, alright, in this whole debate. just off the top, man. Okay. Alright. Okay, and that's a false accusation to say King David was a homosexual, okay, or a sodomite, okay. There's no account of sodomy being practiced under the rule of King David nor Solomon. It was under his son Rehoboam, alright, and other kings, which I'll cover that. But the Lord raised up righteous kings to put an end to all them damn sodomites, man. Okay, alright. Because the Lord, he hates sodomites. So King David couldn't be no damn sodomite, being a man after the Lord's heart. So, you know, he got judgment coming against him, man. Alright? So, in that time of judgment, this is what's going to happen. But life shall go for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. Okay? Alright? So, that's right. That's just a quick lesson about being a witness, man. Alright? And about being in position of judgment, man. You can't just judge somebody off of your emotions. You got to judge righteously. Otherwise, the Lord gonna curse you and put your ass to death. You can't be a judge that take bribes. If you take bribes or unrighteous gains or gifts, and you to pervert your judgment, the Lord gonna curse you. He gonna put your ass to death. And if you kill or put to death or speak against someone that's righteous, you put them to death, the Lord gonna kill you. Okay, all right. Okay, and if you're a false witness, whatever type of judgment that you bringing up against that person, you gonna have to pay that judgment if it's found out that you was a false witness. And if anybody go against the judgment that's bringing out, they gonna get put to death. Okay, because the judgment is of the Lord. All right. So with that, I say shalom.